hello, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I cut my hand. All you hairdressers out there, karma got me. I tried to cut my hair and... What's up? I know it's been a long time. You didn't tell. I'm a little nervous. Very nervous. I'm not used to... Well, Hey, cat. Mister! Come here! Come here! He wants... Hi! Say hi! Ooh, you farted. So I know it's been a while. As many of you know, we're going through a pandemic, going through the pandemic of COVID-19. So, by the way, I just want to side note, hairdressers in Alberta, they got like a shout out from our government saying that they have not had like one case or anything whatsoever. Shout out to all the hairdressers here in Alberta. Great job for taking the steps to be safe and to keep your clients safe. Amazing. I haven't done a video in a very long time, due mainly to the fact I am still working. I work at a grocery store like full time, and it's very stressful. That is like a very big understatement, but everyone has been experiencing stress. Different, I don't want to say different levels because everybody's stress is different, right? So, and my stress has to do with work and just all the things that come with like the new protocols and the ever-changing protocols and trying to keep up to date with all that. Yeah. I did get a new edition. Woohoo, woohoo. A little early birthday present to myself. Birthday's in January. And I didn't realize how much of a toll it took on my mental health. I am somebody, especially at work, I put on that professional hat and I leave everything else to the back burner. Like, I do not even pay attention to how I'm feeling, what I'm going through. That doesn't matter when I'm at work. And I know that's over time, that accumulates, and over time, the little things and everything, just everything starts getting to me. We just had a recent positive case in our store, and that was also nerve-wracking too, because everybody's trying to learn and make sure they're following protocol. Some people don't know what they're doing, and I had close contact with this person, so I was also freaking out in my own way. My test came back negative, thank God, but this thing's very real, I guess. Long story short, I'm trying to express that this thing's very real. It's this pandemic is a learning curve for all of us. It can be very stressful, but we also have to learn to have the patience with everybody. We have to learn that we are only doing and that we're trying our best to do the right thing and to follow the protocols. It doesn't excuse those who just aren't following it, but yeah. I've been in contact with my coworker and she's been having a very rough time, but she's hanging in there obviously. She hasn't had to go to the hospital, thank goodness. So with COVID-19, not everybody is going to be showing symptoms right away, if much at all. That is called asymptomatic, and I'm going to read you the definition of that. When a person is infected with COVID-19 who does not develop symptoms, asymptomatic transmission refers to transmission of the virus from a person who does not develop symptoms. So you could be little to no symptoms at all. You can still pass on the virus. It's still very dangerous. There's still a lot of that misinformation being spread. There's still a lot of that anti-masker rally going on, and it's ridiculous. How long does this have to go on for you guys to open your flipping eyes? Open your f***ing eyes and be like, bottom line, just be respectful and compassionate, like even a smidgen. Have some empathy. Like, why do people have to die for you to realize this? Like, I hear people saying, oh, not many people are dying. More people are dying because of your negligence. More people are getting infected because of your irresponsibility and selfishness. I haven't seen this much division. Like, I know our world's been divided for a long time, but I haven't seen this much open division, like, on the social media and everything. Like, Facebook is a pit. I avoid Facebook pretty much like the plague. I post things and I don't even look at the comments. The reason why I don't, like, even look at my comments half the time is because the moments I have commented back or whatnot, I've asked them, where are you getting your resources from? Where are you getting this information from? And I get told, oh, well, either they don't respond or they send me another Facebook post or from somebody who doesn't have the credentials or qualifications to be saying what they're saying, or nothing at all. Most times it's nothing at all. Most times they're like, oh, figure it out yourself. And I'm like, great. I've never seen this much division. So gross and so disgusting how people are treating other people and pretty much like spitting in their face. Some people literally doing that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, she did. That woman was licking that door. And licking doorknobs, like, what the hell? I haven't seen this much disgustingness from humanity towards their fellow humans. Like, people have lost people. I know people who have lost family members and friends because they got COVID. And yes, a lot of it's because they have comorbidities, because they have other things going on in their system. And wouldn't we want to minimize that risk for people? It just, for me, it's common sense. And I've had good conversations with people where they're like, you can't expect people to be like you. I get that, but it's just a basic respect and compassion. If you don't know how to do that, learn. Take a course. I don't know. There are resources that you can get. Like, maybe I'll find some and I'll put them in my description below. Coffee. This is how I've been feeling with humanity lately. Another thing I wanted to briefly touch on is the idea that you do not have to keep people in your circle. I'm not saying to go block everybody and delete everybody, but I'm grateful for Facebook for this one reason. And I don't know if Instagram has it either, but you can take a break from people. There's an actual like button where you can take a break. And I think I'll find a video, maybe a little tutorial that Facebook has to post in my description how you can do that. You can take like a break from people until you want to see their content again. I personally have just been deleting and blocking people. A lot of them are people I've never met. I probably will never meet. And all they're doing is spreading the lies and spreading misinformation. And every time I ask them for resources, they're like, no, go find it yourself. Really? If you really wanted to actually help people with your insight, I don't know, it could just be me. And I don't know, just how the internet is. It's literally a never-ending rabbit hole of information, infinite information on both sides of the spectrum. Like, right now, I'll look it up right now. So, I like to use this as an example of how, like, the internet will always show both sides of the story. It's almost the same amount. I looked up Ford is the best truck. Ford F-150 is still number one. Now, here we go. I looked up Ford is the worst truck. These are officially the worst pickup trucks you can buy, and Ford is on the list. See what I mean? You could Google something and get the answer you want. It's always Google and the internet is always going to show you what you want to see. Just saying. I just wanted this video to inform you that this pandemic is very real and it's going to be around for a while. If you haven't noticed already. I'm sad to say that the province I live in is not doing more to help people in this pandemic. I know, like, the government can always do more. I'm very critical about the government in that way, especially in mental health situations. I feel like the resources for mental health, like, there have been some good things here and there, but there could be a lot more done for people in this scenario. Like, just because, like, obviously we need to take steps for this pandemic to diminish it, right? But we also need more resources for people in abusive households or people and people who are dealing with mental health. Like I was diagnosed with severe anxiety in the summertime. I know I've always been that way. I just thought it was who I am. But the doctor told me it doesn't have to be you. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm grateful for the therapist I have. I will post some resources that I can find for like online therapy and post them in my description if you guys want. And there are some good free options. I think in these moments we need to help each other instead of blaming other people for the things that aren't happening. Yes, it's good to be critical and always questioning things, but if you don't have the information, resources, facts to back it up, probably don't post it. I'm grateful for my partner. He's been researching and for like this whole pandemic about like the facts and what's not fact, all these things. So I'm grateful to have that in my backpack of resources on the pandemic. It's just important to understand what are the facts and what aren't facts. And if you don't, like I said, if you don't have anything to back up what you're saying, probably not a good idea to post it. The spreading of misinformation is doing more harm than good. I've linked a resource below. It's causing more panic, it's causing more fear and anxiety, and it's unneeded. It's intentional manipulation of the human mind and people in general. There is a difference between misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is spreading like false information, mainly with not the intention to actually harm somebody. Disinformation is spreading false information with the intention to manipulate and harm others. We all are feeling stress. Obviously, we all feel things differently, but what you're feeling is valid. Like if you're feeling something, you're feeling it. And I think it's important that we have more compassion, we have more respect for other people, and we do our due diligence and do our research properly. So thank you guys for hanging in there. Don't forget to take care of yourself. It's easily done. I know it for a fact. A trick that I learned that my partner told me about is instead of believing that you're distracting yourself from these horrible feelings you might have or whatnot, think about it this way. When you're starting to cycle or you're starting to have bad feelings, think about what do you want to do right now. I'm not saying to ignore how you feel. I'm not saying to just push it down or to set it aside. How you can address these things is to talk to a psychiatrist, a doctor, a therapist. I've linked some resources for mental health down below. For example, with myself, I deal with severe anxiety, and a lot of the time, the feelings I get don't really have a reason. Like, I don't really have a reason why I'm super anxious or there's that pain in my chest, and it can cause me to go into this very vicious cycle of trying to figure it out and pinpoint where it's coming from. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it gets bad to the point where I'm bawling my eyes out or I can't sleep. I'm sick to my stomach. And this step that I've just told you and I'm explaining to you has really helped me doing things that I love, and focusing on that has really just helped me get out of that funk. It could be as simple as I want to watch this TV show, or I want to bake, or I want to clean the house, or I want to decorate my house for Christmas, or I want to write in my journal, or I want to watch a movie, or I want to go for a walk. Those are still things that we're able to do, especially if you're quarantined. I've been quarantined for 14 days. Today's my last day in quarantine. And I can't go for walks, but I'll go outside and walk around my property and sit and read outside. Yes, it's snowy out, but it's still warm enough that I can do those things. If you need ideas for what you can be doing while you're in quarantine specifically, let me know too, and I'll do a video about it. I'll make it fun too. Do my best to make it fun. Okay. You'll see me in December. Much love, guys. Stay safe. Remember to have respect and compassion for yourself and others. And I'll see you next time. Ah! Ah!